Breaking news! Is Sunday going smoothly for the Baltimore Ravens? No, it's not. Even though our team isn't playing today, we're still excited because tomorrow we'll have a big matchup. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers dropped a bombshell in the last few hours, and we need to talk about it. Before we continue, make sure you've already hit the like button if you believe we're going to beat the Bucs. I totally believe it. If possible, write it like this: the Ravens will win. We're ready for the Super Bowl. That's right. Nothing's going to stop us. So, here's today's news. First up, Mike Evans. Now, remember how we were waiting to find out if he'd play against the Ravens tomorrow night? He was a game-time decision, since he hadn't practiced much this week. Well, right after we released our last update, guess what? The news came in. Mike Evans is officially off the injury report. That's right, he's playing. And honestly, that's the best outcome we could have hoped for. We want to see our team compete against the best. No excuses, no asterisks. If we're going to win, we're going to beat the best the Buccaneers have to offer. So, Marlon Humphrey, all eyes on you, my friend. Tomorrow night, you're going to have your hands full, but we know you can handle it. Now, let's talk about the other games happening today. As I'm speaking, the Browns and Bengals are going at it. Who do we want to win that one? Personally, I'm pulling for the Browns. Why? Because the Bengals fans, man, they've been doing a lot of talking these past couple of seasons. Sure, they made it to the Super Bowl, but guess what? They didn't win it. So at the end of the day, we're all in the same boat, but the way they've been chirping lately, I wouldn't mind seeing them take another loss today. A tie wouldn't be bad either, but let's be real. A Browns win would keep the Bengals down, and I'm here for it. Tonight, we've got Sunday Night Football, and it's going to be a fun one. Russell Wilson is starting for the Steelers. Yes, you heard that right. Mike Tomlin made the call himself, saying he's taking full responsibility for starting Russell over Justin Fields. Now, personally, I think this is good news for the Ravens. When we finally face the Steelers, I'd rather see Russell Wilson than Justin Fields. Don't get me wrong, Russell's still got experience and he can move around a bit, but Fields, that guy is electric and would be a much tougher challenge for our defense. So Tomlin, thank you for that decision. Let's hope it sticks when we meet them. And finally, what do we want from tonight's games? First off, let's root for the Jets. If they win, it helps the Ravens by dropping the Steelers down a bit further in the standings. The Steelers did win last week, but we need to keep them in check, and a Jets win would do just that. Now, the Bills are playing the Titans, and even though it's unlikely, I wouldn't mind seeing the Titans pull off an upset. Do I think it's going to happen? Probably not, but hey, stranger things have happened, right? All right, team, that's all I've got for you today. As always, I appreciate you taking the time to hang out with me on this beautiful Sunday. I love how supportive this community is, whether you're liking the videos, commenting your thoughts, or just being here. Tomorrow night, we've got a big game ahead of us, and I'll be live streaming, so make sure you join me. Now, before I let you go, I want to know, what are your thoughts on everything going down this week? Do you think Mike Evans is going to make a big impact tomorrow? Are you hoping Vita Vea sits out, or do you want the Ravens to face the Bucs at full strength? And what do you think about Tomlin's decision to start Russell Wilson? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and as always, I'll see y'all tomorrow night. Now let's talk about what everyone is looking forward to, seeing Lamar Jackson take the field again. But let's not forget, there's more to this team than just Lamar. We've got Derrick Henry, Marlon Humphrey, and this game could be a huge redemption moment for Brandon Stephens. He's been right on the cusp of making those big plays, and this could be his time to shine. And of course, we can't ignore Zay Flowers, who has been electric on the field. We all want to see him continue to make those jaw-dropping plays. Speaking of Zay, don't forget the Zay Flowers Human Joystick hoodie. Check out the link in the description and use the code ENGRAVEN20 for 20% off to show our guys some love. Now, let's talk about some important news on the Ravens roster. John Harbaugh provided an update on wide receiver Deontay Hardy. Unfortunately, he's been placed on injured reserve, but don't worry, it's not a season-ending injury. Hardy is expected to return later this season, but for now, he'll be out for at least 4 games. That leaves one key question. Who will handle kick return duties while Hardy is out? We've seen Justice Hill and Chris Keene shine, but neither has truly taken over the position. Could it be time for someone new to step into the role? Leave your suggestions in the comments. I'm curious to hear who you think should step in. Speaking of roster moves, another player to watch is Arthur Maulet. He's on injured reserve, but the window for his return is closing fast. The Ravens have until Wednesday to decide if he's ready to be activated. My take? Even if Maulet isn't 100%, I think we'll see him back in action. The Ravens don't want to risk losing him for the entire season, so whether he's 70% or fully ready, I'm betting we'll see him on the roster soon. Switching gears for a moment, I have a fan question from Derek, a Team Keep It Clean sponsor. He asked about Marcus Williams and whether playing through pain is affecting his performance. Derek made a great point. While doctors have cleared Williams to play, he's likely still dealing with some discomfort. As a safety, facing guys who weigh over 200 pounds while nursing an injury is no easy task. We saw Williams drop back a bit on some plays, and that's not the aggressive style we're used to seeing from him. Could his injuries be holding him back? It's definitely possible. Derek brought up an excellent point when he mentioned how injuries can mess with a player's confidence. It's not just about getting physically healed. Sometimes the mental aspect of recovery can be even tougher. Look at what happened to Kyle Hamilton earlier this season. For a while, he wasn't playing like the standout player we all know. You could see him hesitate on some plays, not being as aggressive as we're used to. But once he shook off that mental rust, he returned to form and showed us why he's such a key player for this team.
Now, Marcus Williams might be dealing with something similar. Sure, doctors have cleared him to play, but when you've been battling injuries, it's not always easy to jump back in at full throttle. It's possible that his recent performance has been affected by those lingering physical and mental hurdles. Playing through pain can make anyone second-guess their movements. And when you're a safety responsible for taking down powerful runners, that hesitation can be costly. But we know Williams has the talent, the toughness, and the mindset to overcome this. It's just a matter of time before he returns to the level we expect. So, Ravens fans, what do you think? With all the recent lineup changes, how do you feel about Arthur Maulet potentially being activated, even if he's not quite 100%? And what about Marcus Williams? Are his injuries holding him back, or is there something else going on? Your insights are always valuable, so drop your thoughts in the comments below. I love hearing from you, and it's your feedback that keeps this community strong and thriving. The Baltimore Ravens have a real shot at securing a victory against the Buccaneers. Our team is strong, and with Lamar Jackson leading the charge, the potential is sky high. Lamar's dynamic playmaking ability makes him the star who can take us all the way to the Super Bowl. With key players like Marlon Humphrey and Zay Flowers stepping up, we're poised for success. Our defense is solid, and if we can keep up the pressure, we'll dominate. Ravens flock, this could be a huge win on our road to the top. Let's get it done. Go Ravens. That's all for now, but get ready because Monday night is shaping up to be a huge game. Stay tuned for more updates, and as always, go Ravens.